Destiny Moments with Eunice. Today is an interesting edition. I have a set with me today, a young man who's done very well for himself. A young man who, in the midst of thousands, millions of people, applicants and contestants, came up strong, second runner-up in the Project Fame Season 8. Emmanuel Anderson is from Abia State. Like I said, he's the second runner-up in Project Fame Season 8. He's a graduate in international relations, and he's a very, very interesting young man to listen to. Come with me, meet Emmanuel Anderson. Anderson, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. How did you emerge second runner-up in Project Fame in the heat of all that competition?
I think for me, it was mostly hard work and persistence and perseverance in the midst of all the, drama, and all I mean, it was a roller coaster ride because there were ups and downs and all of that. So in the midst of all that, it's just staying strong and steadfast at what you're doing for me. So even though you may not be feeling so up in your mind, sometimes you don't show it, and then you just keep pushing and going forward, So
but then, you see, because I don't know if you feel as excited as I feel about your success.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you see that crowd of people, and they all really are talents. And then, how did you feel from when you came in, from the auditioning, and then when they were eliminating all the people they didn't want? How did you feel? Just tell me what it was.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't feel good.
So when the elimination process is going on, you're like...
audition is the most horrible place to find yourself at, because it's so full of uncertainties. You may know what you're made of, you may feel like you're very talented, but when you start seeing people who you actually... Because in the auditions, for singers, it's even different. Actors, you can sit down and nobody, knows what the other guy is up to. But for singers, you hear what the next guy is doing. He's doing all the riffs and runs and showing off, and and then that same guy you saw doing all of that goes in and he doesn't get his yes card.
So the guy you already gave all the respect and accolades is losing it. Then you say, I better just withdraw before they throw me out.
That kind of feeling. So sometimes in auditions is really, really horrible, because you don't know where you stand. You know what you've got, but you're not so sure, because you can't really be sure what's going to happen there, what kind of judges you're going to meet. Are they nice? Are they going to like you? Are you properly dressed? Because sometimes it counts. Is your presentation what they're looking for? Because you may think, okay, I'm nice, I'm sweet, I'm calm, and this, but they're looking for tough and this. It's all sorts of things.
But in Project Fame Season 8, what exactly were they looking for? What did you have to? Because for me, that is a lot. That was so much achievement. Coming second runner-up, it's amazing. I mean, I don't know how that day was like when you just discovered, listen, I was the third person standing here in the midst of all those people that were eliminated. It's amazing. So what was it like? What did they want? And what did you give them?
For this season, as for every other season, Project Fame is known for standard. They've raised the bar up every season. And they've carved a niche for themselves in terms of talent and quality and everything. I think for this season, what I saw was basically young, untapped, natural talent. Because we had all types of singers, very unique in their own ways. In fact, you hear this guy, it doesn't sound like the other guy, and he just sounds amazing, and you just want to listen to him over and over. And you're a singer, you're supposed to be... We couldn't even compete like the kind of competition you'd find, like, I want to, by all means. We got to bond because we didn't have any option than to appreciate one another
because it was clear unique. That everybody's got it.
It was unique and beautiful. It was we wanted to just sing forever and just one day they just say, okay, this person take. In fact, let's share the money between all of you, because it was that good. We had that synergy, you know, amongst all of us. It was really, really heartbreaking every weekend when they had to send people away because we had bonded that much. So what they were looking for this season was mostly talent, raw, untapped, especially very young talent. All the winners, we have the youngest set of winners ever on the show this season, from myself to the winner himself.
Yeah, talking about the youngest, another, how old are you, Anderson?
I'm 22.
You're 22?
Yeah.
Amazing. So what was winning like?
I was excited. The minute I got my when they called my name, second runner-up, I actually had this expression.
I know.
You know. Because for me, I had come to the end of it, and at least I was living there with something. I achieved what I came to. I came to win, obviously, but like I said, I had no other reason than to be very happy.
Okay,
yeah.
But while the competition was going on, at what point in the competition did you know for sure that I may not be the winner, but I'm going to be somewhere around first runner or second runner up? At what point? Because I can imagine, I know what that was, such competitions, how they go. You're like, your emotions are fluctuating. Sometimes you feel, just like you said, it got to a point you listen to people and you just feel, oh, this one I respect, went in there and they throw him out. I think I'm the next. Now, at what point were you just so shocked that I'm going to be one of the last three standing?
I don't think there was ever a point where we were ever sure about, not even the winner, he was never sure. We used to have those conversations in the evenings and in the academy where like we used to sit and it's normal, we would sit at, but anyways, no, I can't say, depending on the kind of competition, but for our kind of competition, which was healthy, it's normal. It was for us, we would sit down and talk about things like that and be like, this girl may win, that guy may win. You'd be surprised who we thought was going to win, you know. Not because we didn't think we would. Okay, you were saying this guy will win, that guy will win. Oh, it's that weird. Not even saying like, I will win. Even the winner himself. We used to have this conversation
that
like,
was so
like even if it's not you or me, maybe this guy, maybe that guy, maybe this girl, maybe that girl, you know. It was that complicated. I think the way the show went, everybody was given a chance. It's not like maybe one person was favored over the rest or everything. You never would have. At the end, everybody there had their fan base. Everybody there had their good points. You know, something that would have made you think this person could actually come out for so and so reason. But if I ever had a hope or a dream that I was going to get to that point, it became solid for me, like you're saying, after I was brought back on the show after my eviction. Because immediately I came back, the day I left, obviously,
you were evicted?
I was evicted.
And then you were redeemed back?
Yeah. Because the day I was evicted, that was the first time I was having access to internet for a while. So I went on, my friends were calling me like, my guy, no worry, they don't know what they've missed. Go, let them carry their thing and go. You have done what you wanted to do, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, don't worry. And then the next call was like, guy, check the internet, see what's happening on the face. The internet is going crazy, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, where is it? They say, look at the link. And I'm checking Facebook and I'm seeing comments and and the next day I was brought back. Actually, the show hadn't aired and people had heard the news and they were going wild already. The show was supposed to air the next day.
Oh, they had heard the news of your eviction.
Before the show was
and they reacted
exactly.
to it. Wow.
So when the show aired the next day, they brought me, they had already taken me back to the academy and I didn't have access to my phone or the internet anymore. But I would hear the news that, guy, you're causing trouble, you know, that kind of thing. So it was in that moment, even though not exactly, because I'm very, very, sometimes I like to watch before I make conclusions. I wouldn't have said exactly that, okay, you are going to get to the finals now because of this particular thing, because there were still more hurdles to cross. But in that moment, I knew that nothing, I'll get to the finals.
As soon as you were brought back from
when I was brought back, yes, I kind of felt it in my spirit that, okay, this is like a stamp on my getting to the finals. I don't know about winning, but I knew I was going to get to the finals, kind of, yeah. So for me, that was it, because even I was putting my heart, when I came back, I didn't relent anymore. I put all my energy and, essence into the game. I didn't, hold back anything.
Wow.
Pretty much that.
Please don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And if you're just joining us, this is Destiny Moments with Eunice. And on set with me is Anderson Emmanuel. Anderson, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, it's amazing. You know, at the point of that eviction, of course, you had thought that that was it. But then, it was amazing at the way the people fought back. And I have a lot of respect for the team judging in Project Faith. Because, I mean, it was a voice of the people matter. And I must say you have an incredible fan base. You don't think?
Well,
of course, because that was what brought you back.
Yes.
That was what brought you back.
Yeah.
Now, you're talking about the academy. What is the academy like? What is the experience in the academy?
It is the military.
How long was it? How long
For
was
us, it was 8 weeks.
was 8 weeks?
Sometimes it runs for 10 weeks, 13, but we had 8 weeks this season.
8 weeks of being in the academy, all in the academy. It was a regimented one, apparently. You're going out, it's monitored, you're on a program.
We hadn't even had any going out. Our only going outs were on Monday to the radio. Everything else was indoors. It's basically the military because everything is already scheduled, and then you know that this is what you're going to do this and do that, and so it was nothing but learning and singing every day.
Every day.
Yes.
No, but haven't hit this at 22. Was it a vision? Was it a vision you had growing up? Did you ever did you have a dream to be a singer growing up?
Well, my dreams, if I start sharing, we wouldn't be able to finish this show today.
Just share one.
No, just saying. I think for me, it's something singing. I started as a child, so actually, funny enough, because of the kind of upbringing I had, my family, my parents being ministers, and my dad, who is also an academic and all of that, always wanted me to go finish up school, do this, do that, everything. And so my dream initially wasn't really music really. I wanted to finish up school first of all before going into music. This happened even in my final year. I had to go back and finish up before getting my degree because I hadn't finished up while I was on the show. But just a month or two after I came out was my graduation and everything, you know. In fact, I think it was destiny or life that chose music for me as a path because it was something I have born inside of me. I didn't have to go learn singing anywhere or, you know, study anything musical at all.
So you had no voice training before you attended the academy?
No.
That's amazing. I know a number of people who are like that. Now let me ask you questions about your parents because for me, they're a major contribution here. Tell us about your parents.
My parents, they've been very influential. They're ministers. My father is a reverend, my mom is a pastor.
Amazing.
So yeah, I grew up in the church pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I started singing anyways. So yeah, they've been major contributors, school education-wise, and then they raised us with the Word of God, and they raised us with, you know, education, you know, go to school, all that stuff. Make sure you know your priorities. Make sure you know that you're not living just for yourself. You're living for yourself, your society, your family, all of. So I grew up with all that awareness, all those values. You know,
that's amazing. So what was the prize for you?
I got a saloon car, Hyundai, and some money, 2 million.
Money.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you intend to do with the money? I know you've been cruising around with the car. Been cruising it big, yeah?
No, not really.
Yeah, you've been cruising it big. I know you. Been cruising it big. So what are you doing with the money?
We're working with the money. Most of it, you know, is going into work.
That's so good. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what is your idea of success? What would you say? Yes, God helped me, but this was my contribution. And I think that anybody who wants to succeed, either in that contest or anywhere else, has to do this. What was your thing? What do you think gave you an edge over others?
Well, like I said initially when we started, I think hard work is just a whole, you know, everything. Hard work and passion for what you really want to achieve. You know, I think, and I feel for me that's success. You know, working hard to achieve results. You know, not being ignorant of all the factors that come together to let you achieve that result in the same time. Where there's God, there's your family, there's your friends, there's everybody who comes together to help you work and build you into what you're going to become as a human being. Not being ignorant of those factors and using them wisely to achieve what you need to achieve and get to where you need to go. And getting there, reaching that goal is success. So for me, in the whole show, everybody knew that this was Anderson. He was not dramatic. He was a calm, collected, cool guy. People actually thought I couldn't even do anything because I was basically just being myself.
But you see, it's in being yourself that the star shines.
Yeah.
Because it is your star that shines. That shine is you. So if in every endeavor, if you are yourself, then the star shines.
Yeah, yeah.
So that gave you an edge.
Yeah.
Because it was an incredible edge over others. Now, there are people who didn't sleep. All they were doing was voting for you. I think you should just use this media to say thank you to them.
Yes, definitely. I keep saying thank you every time on my social media. I get calls, I get messages, I get, you know, followership on all the social media, and everybody's like, you did great, you were amazing, you were my favorite, I voted for you. I made all my family votes in Nigeria and across. I can't even stop saying thank you. Even on the show, it was very obvious that, you know, my thanks and appreciation were sincere from my heart, because without them, I don't think I would have gone anywhere.
Obviously.
I didn't come this far by my own works.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I even knew many people. My family, obviously, like, you know, we're not in Nigeria. My mom was over there in the Republic of Benin, my sister in Dubai, my dad right here, but you know, not many people really knew that I was on the show anyways. It was just, people actually started watching by mistake, and they were calling my family like, this guy is on the show and all of that. It was the people watching who just saw me and appreciated my talent that brought me this far. So many, many thanks. Anywhere I go, I'll keep saying thank you, because they've made me at least a name that can be recognized now.
Absolutely.
You know, people see me and they can actually say, oh, this guy, that's Anderson, you know.
Now your word to those who are coming for season 9, 10, 11, 12, 100, and everyone else who hopes to emerge a winner, a shining star like you. Say your word of encouragement to them and admonition.
If you're blessed, you're blessed. God on his own does his things in miraculous ways, and if you're marked for success, you're marked for success. In his own time, it will come through. But I think if you really, 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 really want something, there's something in you that brings what you desire to you, that calls the attention of what you're looking for to yourself. And it may just be that voice in your head that tells you every day that I'm going to be a star, you know. And the fact that you keep thinking about that voice in your head, and you feed it with your thoughts about how you want to get to that place where you want to get to, about what you want to do, how you see yourself being that star. Do that. Keep imagining. Imagination is our biggest weapon, is our biggest tool. You can build an empire by just thinking. Not just thinking and doing nothing, but thinking enough to want to do something, to be motivated by your thinking. So I think it's passion, hard work, love what you're doing, keep it in your mind that I'm going to get there, and work towards it. If you do that, anything is very possible. Maybe if I had thought harder, if I had been thinking harder, I
know. But don't worry, there are many other. That's you in the midst of the world now. So anything is possible. You can sit anywhere now. At least you have a platform, so you can walk. I mean, we brought you here. Others are taking you, so you can fly. You just fly. You just fly. You're amazing. You're amazing. I celebrate you. You're too much. You're too much. Anderson, that song that has made you this shining star. You sing it today. Okay, let's hear you sing the song.
Okay, everybody calls me Mr. Rich and Famous, aka you. Anderson, because of the
Rich
song.
and famous. You didn't tell me
No,
that.
that was praise because I did a song with praise called Rich and Famous. That's why.
Oh, I see. I see. Oh, Mr. Rich and famous.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. I'm just gonna do the chorus. And here it goes. When I become rich and famous, all these faces will know who I am, 'cause I'll be a superstar, flashing lights and cover pages. All these faces will know who I am, 'cause I'll be a superstar.
And if you're listening to this program, Anderson Emmanuel says, what God says you will be, you will be. But he says, you don't just sit down. In Presi, he's saying everything, every imagination is a reality. So if you imagine yourself being a success, I need you to know that it's a reality. So work at it, push it, be focused, believe in yourself primarily. Believe in yourself. Your belief in yourself has a way of, putting a grip on everybody else to believe in you. That's what Anderson just said in Prissy. And from me, I want to say, if you continue to stay focused in faith, running in dedication, in so much passion for what you believe, before you know it, you just discover that every good thing you lost just comes your way, running, hugging, and living with you. And until we come your way next week, from us,